Thomas the Tank Engine has worked his branch line for many years and knows it very well. Laughed his driver. Thomas had become conceited. He didn't realize his driver was joking. Later, he boasted to the others. Snorted Percy. Said Toby earnestly. Boasted Thomas. The next day, the firelighter came. Thomas drowsed comfortably as the warmth spread into his boiler. Percy and Toby were still asleep. Thomas suddenly remembered. He chuckled. Thomas thought he was being clever, and really he was only moving because a careless cleaner had meddled with his controls. He soon found his mistake. He tried to wheesh, but he couldn't. He tried to stop, but he couldn't. He just kept rolling along. He didn't dare look what's coming next. There was the station master's house. The station master was about to have breakfast. Cried Thomas and shut his eyes. The house rocked, broken glass tinkled, and plaster was everywhere. Thomas had collected a bush on his travels. He peered into the room through its leaves. He couldn't speak. The station master was furious. His wife picked up her plate. She scolded. She banged the door. More plaster fell. This time, it fell on Thomas. Thomas felt depressed. Workmen propped up the house with strong poles and laid rails through the garden. Then the Scottish twin engines, Donald and Douglas, arrived. They laughed. Donald and Douglas, puffing hard, managed to haul Thomas back to safety. Bits of fencing, the bush, and a broken window frame festooned his front, which was badly twisted. The twins laughed and left him. Thomas was in disgrace. There was worse to come. Thomas's voice was muffled behind his bush. Thomas spluttered.